Professor Sarah Grillo here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. I got an email the other day from one of my former students. They always email me and give me updates on their career. I'm always excited to hear from them. And this was one of my really strong students, and she was so excited. She was telling me she got a job offer. For many people, a job offer is the end of the process, but for the really prosperous people, the people that want to be ultra successful, that never want to be without a job or without money, without prosperity, it's a continuation of the process. And here's what I mean. You should never rest on your laurels after you get the offer. Offers are rescinded. Okay, I've seen that happen. Offers sometimes go away. I've seen people get job offers and then not actually get the jobs due to hiring freeze. So you've got to have more irons in the fire. And so until you start the job, you really should keep on looking and talking to people and discussing your opportunities. And during this time period, you should have an open disclosure about the fact that you did already get an offer, you have accepted it. Many people are going to say, well, I'm not interested in talking to you, but it can't hurt to see if they will talk to you, connect with you on LinkedIn, and you never know when in the future. I mean, there have been people that I've talked to after I've accepted positions, have already started at a new position, and years down the line, we're talking about jobs again, right? So, well, you never know. You just never know when it's good to, excuse me, you never know how valuable somebody might be that's in a decision-making authority about a job. You just never know. So what I'm saying is go out there, keep connecting, keep talking to people. The other thing is, and you probably should have done this before the offer, you want to make sure that that offer is airtight in terms of, could you have gotten more money from somewhere else? Because if you take the job and you're working for, like, let's say 60, and you're finding out a month after you get the job that people are out there doing the same thing for 75, how happy are you going to be about working those long hours, and how committed are you really going to be to that position? So what I'm saying is, you probably should have done this research beforehand, but you know, thevault.com, you can reach out to recruiters, connections in the industry. There's lots of industry research you can do here, and make sure that you know the amount of money that you should be getting and that the offer really is intact. Because there's nothing worse than knowing that you kind of got ripped off, and then having an attitude that reflects that is really going to not sit too well with your future employer, okay? And the other thing is, you should be preparing your future LinkedIn profile. That's the third thing you should be doing after you get the job offer. It's always good to update when you do start working there. I recommend waiting maybe about a month or maybe even 2 months before updating your LinkedIn profile, unless of course you're in a client-facing or sales role. When you are in those roles, it is mandatory that your customers know what company you're affiliated with. So as soon as you can, when you're in a front-facing position, yes, update it. But if you're on the back end, if you're like a software engineer or something, or an equity analyst, better to wait a few months, because sometimes positions don't work out. The first 3 months you're at a company is really a probationary period. That's why they don't give you health benefits at first. And the other thing is, speaking of health benefits, you want to get all that in line. As I said, a lot of companies don't offer health benefits for the first 3 months you're there. So what are you going to do? Are you still going to be on COBRA? Do you need to go on some other kind of insurance? Get your taxes ready. If there's any information you need to collect from a past employer, make sure you have that last paycheck, because when tax time rolls around, you're going to need to file your taxes, and you can wait for the W-2. Sometimes it takes a while. Companies go out of business. All right, make sure, I would just collect all the tax information that you're going to need for your filing, so when you get your new job, you don't have to be scrambling in February or March. And the other thing is, make sure that you get some good references. Hopefully you've left things on good terms for your last company, and it's better to reach out sooner, as soon as you leave the company, and get people to commit to being a reference for you in the future, or maybe even writing a letter of recommendation while you're still fresh in their mind. This is the time to do it. So although it feels great and congratulations, you've gotten a job offer, it's actually a lot more on the agenda that many people realize, and that's the best way to go if you want to really not have to scramble, and if you want things to really work out the best in the future. Thanks so much for tuning in.